Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect once again. In the previous episode, we managed to get this cell block almost completed. As you can see though, there is a little bit of a problem with water, which we'll fix in but a moment. Yes, this is our high-risk cell block and it is all done and dusted. We have armed guards as well as dogs patrolling around and lots of prisoners, and also we have now a death row inmate. There he is there. However, he does have a 1 in 3 chance, 34%, yeah, 1 in 3 chance of essentially being his sentence being reduced and him going to high risk, which will put him there. So we'll have to see how that one goes. Obviously, we did go ahead and sort the programs out for him. So if we go down, we can see that yes, there we go. Parole hearing, it is all set, and death row appeal as well. And if we go to edit schedule, we can see we've actually still got death row appeal in the death row bit, which is good. We need to just trim these down, trim the fat a bit, and get rid of the behavioural therapy because it just costs a bit too much. The pharmacological treatment to drug addiction is good. I don't know whether or not we want to run more than one of those, although let's reschedule all programs and see what it does. These are fine. Workshop safety induction, obviously a lot want to do that, and behavioural therapy, 14 in the queue, or really want to do it, but that's not happening. Okay, so in this episode, what I want to do is expand the common room, expand the kitchen, and probably get this cell block done. This is our low-risk cell block, and essentially going to copy this. So let's crack on with it. Let's just go straight to foundations, building brick, and get this thing put in. Obviously, it's going to cost 17 grand. Let's see if we can get it done in one episode. I don't really know if it's possible, but we will try. So just need to work out what the middle is, which apparently it is this thing. I'm just going to go straight up, which means the door will go, if we go to objects and then to jail door, will go there and there. Job done. Okay, we'll speed up to max speed. We also really need to trim the fat in terms of our staff. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 workers, and we're going to trim those down a bit. We could do the same for maybe even staff, 1, 2 there, in terms of the food preps and all that. We don't really need that many cooks because, well, essentially we have a lot of people working in there, so there's no real problem. We also probably want to get rid of some... I don't know about armed guards. I don't know if we need to get rid of armed guards, but it'd be nice to get rid of a couple of people, a couple of guards, but we do have a lot on patrol and a lot stationed, so maybe we'll just leave it, I think. Anyway, so we vote the education reform through initiative, and that is have 10 prisoners pass the foundation education course, currently on 40%. Then we've got 1 prisoner pass the general education course, which is going to be the more difficult one, to be honest with you, but we'll see how it goes. We also need to produce 30 license plates, which we're not going to do on this map. If we have it, it's going to be an expansion. And then we need to raise our capacity to 200, which is exactly what we're trying to do here. Hopefully, if we get this done, the dormitories done up here, we'll be able to, well, it'll pretty much be sorted, but we'll see how that one goes. Let's just go, we'll have to pause it a second and go to quick build clone, and then what we're going to do is we're going to clone it from the bottom across. So we'll put in both showers, and obviously this is going to cost some amount of money. Remember, we are just cloning this. Now, originally the plan was to mirror it, but that would take me so long to work out and go through. I really simply cannot be bothered, and most people seem to be quite happy with me just cloning it and stuff, and that seems to be fine because it's okay. The only difference is really that the shower should be swapped and stuff, but like this will just become the entrance, this will become a cell block, this one will have entrances either side, and then this will become a cell, sorry, not a cell, I said cell block over here, I meant a cell. Same thing down here. This will have... Actually, this won't have this thing. We'll probably have... Ooh, I don't know. This one might be the only one that's really different. But again, we'll probably just have an entrance here. It's not going to really matter too much. It will function. It'll be fine, he says. We'll see. If it doesn't work, then, you know what, we'll set fire to it and we'll just walk away. Right, intelligence. Go to informants, and we can see that we have an ex-law enforcement guy turned up, and we've got a fearless... and lots of other traits that we don't really know about. So ex-law enforcement is a little bit dodgy because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have only 6 prisoners that... well, we have 6 protective custody, but we have 6 prisoners in there, so we can't actually do anything with that. What we're going to have to do is essentially go to informants, go to the ex-law enforcement, which is Paul Boyer, and we'll say lock down permanent. We're going to have to lock him down permanently. He's not going to be able to leave his cell. If we do have him leave his cell, it will, well, he will be killed. It is, I really don't have any doubts about that. Just the amount of gang members we've got around here, as well as instigators and fearless members and volatile, you know, cop killer, you know, deadly, all these really risky traits. I don't have any There's no real doubt in my mind that that guy would not last a day in here. So it's, it's very important that we get it sorted quickly. So anyway, what we also need to get sorted quickly is our electricity supply. As you can see, we are, we're on to a point now where I really need to probably think about switching a couple of things over. Like, from... This needs to be green. This is going to be the green one. Or do I tell you what I could do. I was going to run the electrical cable up from here and power that, but I don't think that's the way to go. I think the way to go is to run up from this one and along, like that, and then in like so. I think that's the way to go, like that. And then it means that they're all on this grid rather than this one, because this one, as you can see, is running very, very hot. Oh, we've already got some fighting, and I don't know what it is. It's just a guy called Holt. Strong and volatile. Yeah, just a volatile prisoner kicking off because he can. Yep, we get a lot of that. Right, we'll max speed it. Obviously, we do have a mortar clone, so we'll go to... actually, what we need to do first is go to deployment and then to MinSec. Make sure all that's MinSec. We've had... have 10 prisoners pass the Foundation Education course. We've had 10 prisoners pass it. Excellent! We'll go to programs then, and we'll quickly scroll down and find ourselves General Education Qualification 2 interested and qualified. Excellent. If we can get at least one pass, then that's A, 40 grand in our pocket, and B, pretty much an achievement for this series, because I don't think we've ever seen it. Or if we have, it's extremely rare. It's very, very rare indeed. Anyway, so we need to have... Oh, we don't actually want it like that. Hang on, how does the fence go? It is pretty much straight up. There and there. Hang on. Is it just there and there? I think it's that and that. And then the boiler in the centre. Yeah, it's that. It's that and that. Okay, fine. So what we also want to do... Oh, as you can see, look, this death row here, Alex, is now on 17%. So he has had a... he has had a meeting in the parole room, and they've said, no, look, your sentence is not being commuted, or it's not being reduced, stay where you are. So that's been reduced a bit. Obviously, he's going to keep on doing that. He'll have more than one, and eventually it will we will be able to go ahead and sort that out. I'm going to do a taser rollout because it's getting to a point now where it's getting a little bit risky for people. So I really want to go ahead and sort that out. There's a lot of volatile prisoners. There's a lot of random skirmishes now and again that I think a taser instant put down would be, the way to go, really. I think that would be the way to go. Anyway, so, as you can see, we've got the guards running around, and they are hopefully connecting up the electricity cable, although it has apparently not been done because I haven't done that. I'll set that to priority, which I think is still one of the best things they've added in a long time. Set that to priority, and they'll do that. The reason I'm doing this cell block over, say, this common room is because I'll get money from doing this cell block. A, from the grant, and B, the prisoners that turn up. So, yeah, that's why we're doing it. Obviously, I've sacked a couple of workmen, which is why it's going a little bit slower. And also, I'm just trying to trim the fat a little bit when it comes to the money stuff. As you can see, we still haven't got enough fridges. You don't need nowhere near the amount of fridges there. There's a comment I read the other day that it's actually on, it's probably about 4 or 5 episodes ago, I forgot to mention it. We had the fire in the kitchen, and someone said, like, it's really unrealistic. It's like, yeah, obviously it is, and they pointed out the reasons for it. Like, if you're having a fire in a kitchen, there's always extinguishers on hand. Like, you would always have fire extinguishers on hand, and the cooks would put it out. B, they wouldn't keep cooking. C, they wouldn't keep training prisoners. And also they said something about, like, if you've got a gas cooker like this, why on earth the fridge is set on fire? Like, a fridge, unless it's made of combustibles, like, real cheap plastic and something, it's not just going to go woof and just, like, set on fire. It's a fridge. It's literally there to be cold. It's the opposite of heat. Which I thought, yeah, okay, I get that. Cold, it's the opposite of heat. Yep, you can quote me on that. Right, okay, let's go for this dormitory, and we need to do that. Okay. I might be thinking, why am I doing the dormitory first? Well, that's because it gives us money. Because that should hopefully 60, 70, 80. Ooh, be close. Oh, apparently there's something that they've detected there. I don't think that's the case. Yeah. Anyway, it's sleep time, shakedown. We haven't had a shakedown yet in this when it's been fully completed, so I think it is important that we do that. But yes, we do need to get that dormitory done. Get enough people in. I don't think we'd be on I don't think we're going to be on 200 prisoners. I think we're going to be close, but just a little bit off. Let's go to deployment and then to dog patrols. Obviously, we want to set a dog patrol around here. So we'll go across. Like that. Oh, we found a tunnel. And we'll go up to, I think it was there. Somewhere like that. And we'll assign dogs. Like that. Okay, so, tunnel. We have actually found a tunnel. Not a big tunnel. But it be a tunnel. And also more contraband in here. The dormitories are interesting. They seem to have actually... Ooh, is that true? I was going to say the dormitories seem to have a lot of contraband. And maybe they spawn more, but it's not the case. It's just there's so many people in one room. So it looks like there's actually loads of contraband coming from the dormitory. And it is, but not because it's a dormitory. It's just because of the amount of people that are in there, if that makes sense. Like, there's only one person in a cell. So there's only going to be 1 or 2 contraband items in there, generally. You can't have more. Whereas in here, you've got, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22. 22 prisoners in that one room. You know, so it's very, very cramped. It's very, very high density. So, yeah. I just realised as well that that's actually doing the floor. Look at that. That's really good. That's very, very good indeed. I'm going to go to our objects and then metal detector and put both of them in. It's not going to cost any money at all. I'm also going to... Yeah, make sure that door stays open, like that, because obviously they're coming in and placing this dormitory. Just going to focus on this wall, tell them to focus on the wall, because as soon as this wall's done, it means that this becomes a legit dormitory, and then we can get prisoners, which is obviously something we want very early on. We want to get it before 8 o'clock, because if we get it before 8 o'clock, then, come on, focus on that. Why have they not done that bit? There we go. That now becomes a legitimate dormitory, which means our capacity goes up, which means we're going to receive more prisoners. Yay! Okay, that's good. That's what we want. So, we will force that open, and... Yeah, that's sorted. So, we are going to receive some more prisoners. We're going to receive 6 minimum, 6 normal, and 5 maximum. Just want to check deployment. That's what I thought was going to happen. There you go. So, because that was a separate room... Well, it wasn't when I originally placed it, but because it's now classed as a separate room, we have to make sure we change it to the min sec, and then it doesn't, well, break the game, essentially. It would break the entire... it would break a lot of things in here, because we don't have anywhere to store the prisoners, we don't have anywhere to put them. The only place, the bulk prisoner storage holding solution system is the holding cell here, which is really suboptimal. You don't want like 25 prisoners just sitting there. So yeah. Anyway, we've got a lot turning up, as you can see, and they're all turning up on this bus, and that's interesting because it says, oh, there we go, it's going to say 1 now. We'll just go over to our intelligence and then informants, and oh, it doesn't look like we're getting... any traits from any of these prisoners. That's interesting. Okay. Just have a quick double check, make sure that... Yes, that person has actually left. This is a potential CI. This is Michelle Cortez. Or Cortz. And that's fine. So we've just brought them into the confidential informant fold, even though we haven't done anything with it because we can't. This person, even though he is ex-law enforcement, decided that even though he was on a permanent lockdown, he would decide to go into visitation, which is going to go very, very badly when he goes in here. I don't think he's going to survive this, but I'm going to say end punishment. I'm going to click back on him. Make sure it's the right person. It is. We're going to change that prisoner's status to protective, and then we'll go to punishment, lockdown permanent. And yep, there you go. Look, straight away. Didn't I say it? He's out here. This is not going to go well for him. And what happened? It didn't go well for him. In fact, they are pretty much beating the hell out of him, although they've stopped now because of the guards that have managed to, yeah, stop it. That's fine. Obviously, this is visitation, something we haven't really done much with. Look at that. They're all going to the booths and stuff. Wow, that's actually quite a bit of visitation there. I should probably go ahead and add some more visitation up here. But my focus at the moment is getting the other dormitory in. If we get the other dormitory in, it means that we should be able... We should have enough money to build the rest of it. Because obviously we are going for... Oh, that's only just... We only just got that place. Look, we've got 5 generic units of currency remaining. That's all we've got left. But it doesn't matter. That is enough. That dormitory should take us over the 200, which gives us 20 grand, plus the extra 20 grand or whatever we get by getting the next grant, because there is another grant to get. And obviously we've got some cash flow as well. So yes, we should be sorted there. Job done. So... We have got people now working in the shop, which is good. Well, obviously, you can see there's a lot of people with money on them, so we can just stop people. That guy's got 680. He's got $6.88. We've got some people around here. He's got 32 cents. He's the $14.33. That guy's got $10. So there's actually... Oh, bloody hell's bells. Look at that. Paul Barker, 33. $104.52. We've got Richie Rich here. I wonder who's the richest... prisoner. Do you reckon we can find more than that? I'm going to unpause it and go to normal speed while they're building up over the other side. I'm going to just go around. That guy had 40. He's got $7. The guy's got no money at all. Got $6, $3, $3, $5, $4. How much has he got? No dollars, obviously. These will have no dollars probably because they're not going out. Oh no, he's got $9. $1. Cannot $21. Yeah. I cannot really honestly say that I've seen anybody with as much money as that in this game. $100 and odd dollars. Wow. How on earth? Anyway, what I forgot to do was fix this problem. As you can see, we've got flashing there, and it's going elsewhere as well. And the reason for that is essentially the big pipes aren't long enough. So if I do that, that should hopefully fix the problem, and we'll focus on that and max speed it, and then we'll go ahead and do that one. Obviously, over here, we have another issue. We haven't got water, hot water rather. Let's just go deployment. Deployment is fine. Min sec. We have not got any water or hot water around here, which is not good. So I do need to resolve that, and I will first I will fix the problem with power by doing that. Hang on. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. God, that should hopefully fix that problem, and if it doesn't, we'll have to manually place things in, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I don't think we'll have power around here actually, so we'll do that. There we go, that should hopefully fix the issue. And then we need to go to hot water pipes, and we need to place loads of hot water pipes. Whether or not I do it now is a question for... I don't know. I'm going to have to plumb it in first. Let's put the plumbing in. And that should be that sorted. Almost finished around here. Once they're done, then we'll be good. But I can't... $100 odd. How did he... I mean, that's a hard worker. Either that or he's a gang member and he stole it all, because you do get that sort of trading. But to be fair, we got how many gang members? 11 gang members? We got 2 red gang members, one of them high risk, one of them medium risk. 6 green gang members, one of them medium risk. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them... There's the grant done. 4 of them high risk, and the last one death row, and then 3 blue gang members, 2 high risk and 1 of them medium or normal, whichever term you prefer. Just going to go over the grants, and we have cell block E. Now that is increase our capacity to 500. We're never going to get 500 prisoners on this map. The only way we'll get it is if we expand, and I don't know if we're going to do that. So the plan is to simply get as many as we can and take the money for starting to do it, and that's what we'll do. Obviously, we're still going to get money for the prisoners turning up, which is fine. We need to finish off this cell block, so let us crack on. Let's go to quick build, cloning, and then we'll just clone from the top and move along like this, okay? So we want to get as many in as possible. I still not... Oh, look at that. That's perfect, because we can go all the way to... Ooh. Can we get a bit more than that? Yes, we can. Absolutely perfect. There we go. So we'll unpause it, and we'll get... Oh, might as well just get as much as we can, like that. And the great thing is that it keeps the section shown. Ooh, would that be there? Yes, it would be. Yeah, okay. It keeps the section shown, so we know like what we've selected. So we'll place all that. We'll place that. And then we can't really go any further with it because this entrance and this top bit are actually different. Obviously, we can't have the entrance. We have to have the entrance here up the top. We can't have it the same. So we'll be rotating them. We'll flip them around. But obviously, it's going to take a while for them to go ahead and do that. So obviously, max speed and all of that. We'll let them crack on. We'll do a shakedown tonight as well because we haven't done one. If we just go for a quick 24 hours, we can see there's a lot of contraband. Most of it is being flung in, I think. Most of it will be flung in. Yeah, probably. Most of it is flung in. We can see that we've got high luxury supply. Cell phones being really cheap, booze and cigs being quite expensive. Lots of narcotics. Very, very high demand or high supply for luxuries. Only, I think, actually, supply is outstripping demand for luxuries. Narcotics, it's the other way around. Tools, there's a very high demand but no supply whatsoever. And weapons, there's a high demand but no supply. Right, we'll do a shakedown. We've got 856 places, 57 places rather, to search, which is an interesting one. We've got a lot of things on here that have already been discovered. The reason it's interesting, I said it's 857, the reason it's interesting is because they were searching all of the deliveries outside here, and as you can see there's loads. So actually it says 857, it's not, well it is that's how many you're going to have to search, but a lot of that isn't even inside the prison. Probably 50 odd that's outside, which is a bit iffy, but whatever. Anyway, we'll just have a quick look at our temperature and see that our temperature is fine over there. That's okay. We don't have any temperature control over this side. Something that we do need to get sorted as soon as possible. I just need to check via the deployment screen and MinSec that is still MinSec. Yes, that's fine. That's no problem at all. So, how are we going to do this? That guy is in there. Yes, he is. Okay. So still finishing off our search here. We're going to get another 10 grand when these prisoners turn up. 31 minimum security, 1 normal, 1 maximum. In terms of grading, 17%, so I think it's gone up by 8%. Punishment is now mid-ground. That's good. Reform is quite low. Security is going up and health is going up. That's fine. We've had someone paroled early and then a reoffender by the look of it. Done a full search there. If we just go for our intelligence in the last 24 hours, we can see that there's a lot of stuff here thrown in from the top left. That one was stolen, that one was stolen, that one was thrown in from the top right, that one was thrown in from the left-hand side. That one was just around the corner, thrown in from the right. Yeah. We'll just go to informant and we can see we've got skilled fighter, we've got a snitch. Yeah, that's problematic because we don't have... Oh, we might have room for him. Yes, protective custody 5 and capacity of 6. So that snitch there, Richard Merwood, can immediately be changed to protective custody. I'm going to wait until he's searched and then I will punish him by going to lockdown permanent. And welcome to the new facility. This is your one room. You will not be moved out. That's something you don't see often. There you go. That is a low-risk prisoner with skilled fighter. Very, very rare that you see that. Very, very rare indeed. Right, so this middle cell block, middle cell here, Go into quick build, clone. Literally going to copy that. And bosh. There you go. Because it's the same thing, it just goes next to it. And then I need to go to materials, concrete tiles. And then just put them concrete tiles up. And then that is that cell block. Not finished. Certainly not finished, but getting close. Almost finished. The only thing we need to do is, oh, I don't know, put some electrical cables in. Like this. Probably like that, which should be fine. And, I don't know, perhaps put the water piping in, because I haven't done any of that. Oops! Right, let's fix that. So water pipes, water pipes, water pipes. Come across, and just go straight across, to be honest. There you go. Like that. These will come across. These will come across. These will do that. These ones will go... Ooh, we might get away with that. We might get away with that. We'll see. We'll see. What I really want to do is put the... I want to put the perimeter wall all the way around the outside here, but we just don't have the cash. Which is becoming a lot of a big issue now, because we're getting a decent amount of money now, but we've got no grants that we can really complete. And... Oh, there's a death. In here, was it? I'll wait for the camera to come back round. Who's died? Can you go in here and tell... Sean Cadwell? No, different person. Either missed him or most likely was just hidden. Oh well. Right, so... hot water. This is going to be another... dilemma. Actually connecting all of the hot water piping. So the best way is to probably run it like that. And then in there, then in there. These will run straight across. This will run up. Actually, I'll just go that way, straight across, and down. And these will run up. That should hopefully be all of that done. Up to 225 capacity. Just check the deployment. That is MinSec. That's fine. That's good. We have Alex still on a 17%er for execution. Death row appeal, 1 finish, 0 passed. If we stop that and then start it again... Actually, we haven't got general education qualification. It won't start. What I'll have to do is remove foundation education program, and general education will start that. There we go. It's been interesting that we can't run 2 foundation education programs. That's really, really strange. We'll do another... Well, we'll do guard taser certification. Oh, we can run that one, though. We'll do a death row appeal, and that is 1 finish, 0% passed. But he's on a 17%er, and we can't really... Well, we can get execution liability, which I think that takes your chance of... If it goes wrong, essentially, you've got like a 5% rate of error. If you miss that, you get fined a massive amount, and you can't do that too often because you will essentially lose the game. Whereas the execution liability, I believe, brings it to... I believe it is 10%. Yeah, it's currently 5%. So the state-approved conviction strength is 5%, whereas that brings it to 10%. But even still, his likelihood of clemency is 17. So we really, really don't want to risk that. You know, it wouldn't be right, if nothing else. That guy, John Bolton, was going to see if we... Oh, yeah, we can recruit informed. I thought we could. Right, what am I missing out? What was I going to do? I was going to go to edit schedule, make sure that... Yeah, there you go. Death row appeal, for some reason, is not running in the same place because... Thanks, game. Close. Right, done. So we are running... Sadly, we're not doing any... We can only do the one. We can't run more than 1 foundation education program, which is really, really terrible, but whatever. Anyway, so this is getting sorted. You know what? Do I hire more workmen? I only fired a couple, but... See, they haven't go around and sort this out. Haven't done a full shakedown this night. Just haven't done it. I am gonna get some more workmen. Shouldn't have fired them in the first place. I do that quite often. Not as much as I used to, but still something I do. This is going to run up and across, because we do want a walkway for the guards, because they are going quite slow. So we need to sort that out. So there's some more, and that should hopefully get this all done. We're going to receive another 5 and a bit grand. 14 prisoners in total, 11 minimum, 2 normal, 1 maximum. We still do have our intake set to everything we can receive and filter capacity, and obviously death row being open as well. So we're just going to see what happens. This guy might go for another parole hearing, but we'll see how it goes. It looks like the scheduling, the regime is working very well, because the needs are mainly being fulfilled. There's a couple of things with clothing, but there's always been an issue with that. We've said it several times. Oh, we've got someone ODing there, but at least we found it. The guard's coming along and taking it. Looks like there's a guy in here fighting again. I bet he's volatile. Yep, volatile. There you go. Volatile and fearless. Anyway, we also have another OD. We've got to definitely have a drug problem in this prison, which is strange. Staff needs, we've got some food need there. It's going up, but we do have a massive stack of trays there, 32 trays, so there's no problem at all. That's fine. Right, it looks like this cell block is completely done. Let's just go to deployment and then guard patrols and just check our guard patrols on the other ones, so we know that they essentially patrol around the center here, like so. I think it's actually a little bit, I think it's that, technically, isn't it? So we'll copy the same design, so we'll get rid of that. We'll come around, there we go, along and across, and job done. That's that assigned. And then I think we had, ooh, what was it, something like this? And then down, and something like that. Yeah, I think we have a look to the end as well. Something like that. And we got that assigned. We've got them signed, we've got dogs going around. Yeah, that's okay. That is fine. Do we actually have enough dogs? It looks like we do. I think we do. Okay, so foundations, building brick. And we'll do the next one. And move on to that one. That's fine. Requires an entrance. We'll just go to planning a second. Walls. Go straight up. Make sure that we need to do the center. This is the center. Okay. So we know that jail door, that and that are actually the right ones. Perfect. 11,814, make that 12,218 generic units of currency in the kitty. No problem at all. And I still haven't got the kitchen expanded. I should really get that sorted, shouldn't I? Yes, I really need to get it sorted. I really need to get that done before... Do we really need to get it done? We do need to get it put in at some point, but... just not there yet. It's just not there. So this is going to be a rough copy of this one. Not entirely the same. Just because we can't have it the same. What's the best way of going about it? Well, for a start, we'll lock these open. There we go. Lock them open. And what else do we need? Well, we do need to copy these and copy them over. I don't know what the best way of going about it is. Let me just check the power grid. Power grid's fine. Probably copy the top bit first and then work down, and then we'll get the showers eventually. Or because of that, do we copy bottom over? Do we clone like the bottom, like that, and then do this chunk, and then put the entrance here? I think that's the way to do it. Copy this chunk and then work up. Yep, okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to copy from this side, and we'll do, well, essentially this cell block. Right, we are going to leave it there. Not a bad bit of building and certainly good progress. We are getting a fair bit of money now from early releases. We're getting $3 every early release. We could, if we wanted to, increase that by changing it in, I believe it's policy. Yeah, you see the parole cutoff. It's currently 15%. We could change that. So we have, say, like, 40% if you really wanted to. But I think we'll go for 20%. The problem is if they leave and then reoffend, you actually get a fine. So it's against your interests. Really, you don't want to mess around too much and just let anybody out. It If they say, have you been do you feel you've been rehabilitated? And they go, I'm not really too sure. Then why is our death row inmate wandering around outside? I do not know. However, his death row status is 8%. Oh, interesting. The fact that he's now very close to what you consider safe for execution, in terms of safe for not being fined, is something we're going to have to think about. Do we go for the execution liability, or do we risk it now on 8%? We'll see. That's a next episode future me problem. As always, then, comments in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.